I'm Dylan Murphy. I'm here with KhakiKid. I'm here with Love and Courtesy, and we're here with Re-Raw. Gonna give you some real honest things. We're gonna talk about some stuff. Is that content?
What do we think of Mabfield? Mabfield.
¿Qué es lo que pienso de Mabfield?
What have you been at today?
Waiting around, man. Just trying to get this podcast off. I'm just kidding. The train was honestly like a cool thing. I always like 2 hours where you're not allowed to talk to anyone.
Did you didn't travel together, the three of you?
All three of us.
Whoa, why?
I don't know, from the same place.
Tom doesn't work like that. We're not friends. You know what I mean? Like, we may like hang out, you know, for the cameras, but outside of this, it's not like that. It's not like that. I'll be the first one to tell you.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese are not friends. They just get the work done and they go home.
Sorry if that triggers some of you.
Sorry if you don't want to hear that shit. But Santa Claus isn't.
Do you actually have any actual haters yet as musicians? Like, do you have regular hate comments or anything yet?
Someone called me a mid-white rapper once, and that hurt me. I've had other hate comments, but that one really just cut deep.
Someone said I sound like KhakiKid, and I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? They had to get put in the sin bin.
No hate. No hate. I know no haters hate, but no like active.
No active
hating guys, you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes someone will say, "This guy looks fucking fat."
Yeah, no, I honestly get them on that one though. That would kind of make
you've been on a roll recently, man, with your hate. Not even hate. People are just showing like genuine concern for you.
Everyone's saying that there's something wrong with my eyes. Yeah, they're saying
you lost the sparkle that you once had back when you made late.
People are saying you look like Amy before the shit.
Oh, and late the dates, late the greats, late the dinner, baby, something like that. You know what I mean? It's a KhakiKid original. If you don't get it, don't get it. I didn't get hate, but I got one person giving me like pointers, and that really pissed me off.
During the show, or like?
No, in the comments, it's like, man, I really rock with this, but
what you should
I think you should get somebody to like mix up the vocals. And actually, in this line, you didn't rhyme. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I heard that line. I heard that line, and you actually didn't rhyme on that one.
Yeah, it's okay. I do it intentionally. You know what I mean? Like, that's the point.
He had no idea.
You don't have to. Come on, man. It's part of the game, bro. That's what rap is all about, man. You have fun with it. But no, I didn't even care about it, to be honest.
You didn't even care?
Didn't even mind. I actually forgot about it till now.
Well, what about you, Gav? Choice nominated now?
Fuck him.
Yeah! If I kick the bucket, fuck it. Dougie Guard, I'm pushing past him.
Gonna win a prize for pooping on the beat.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope Niall and I really persuade some guys to really vote for me, man. That would be insane.
Is he on the panel?
He's on the panel. And that's one. You get me? Because he voted for me or whatever.
That's number one song and everything.
He put me number one on his list of albums of the year. You can't switch up on me now. I know that's a vote. I hope that's a vote. I don't know how the voting system works, or if it's like you have to get.
Curtisy's an industry plant. That's the thing.
Yeah,
listen.
The whole Irish music industry is based out in Tala as well, which is like that's how it all those connections.
That's not true. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Courtesy.
I guess I do.
Solo Louis, maybe sometimes.
Stop putting me in.
What's that taking me to church? Hosier's from Tala. That's one of the maddest things. Hosier's from Jobstown. Jobstown.
Hosier went to.
He went to. He was hanging around McWilliam growing up. That was the thing about Hosier. Yeah.
That's true about him.
Yeah, that's true about him.
Somebody, like one Irish big guy in that situation, went to like my secondary school, and I remember like they just came down once and just did a show. I like the fucking like the GPA for no reason. I was like, oh, rock on.
What's
those
the
people
GPA?
I still don't listen to. General purpose area. The big little situation. We got a new building in the school. That's how I knew that. You know what I mean? The locked in terms.
Rory Sweeney went to my school. That's kind of one of those big
real,
guys that went to my school. Yeah, you know more.
You need to stop playing.
What you mean?
You're live on air right now.
Yeah, no. Shout out Rory Sweeney, big school buddies back in the day.
Unironically, there are people in like Newport that have beef with you because of basketball.
Yes,
you know that, right?
That's true.
I won't even name names. Charles Lagarta though, you know what I mean? Like
shout out Charles Lagarta.
Yeah, Charles is babe, man, but like
no, I was a rap like in basketball. I was just like such a
and I wouldn't even play basketball like that.
Not even that, I was just good, you know what I mean? I was a little shit talker.
Is there anyone that's like a secret baller or anything that you know of that's like a rapper that people wouldn't?
I'm actually probably the best basketball rapper in Ireland.
Really?
1 billion. Actually, I asked it, probably the best basketball artist in Ireland, 100%.
Do you think so?
Basketball artist.
Basketball artist. It's kind of my new moniker.
Some other tall cunt that's an artist. That's
yeah, but they're probably not good.
But you don't need to be that good if you're really tall.
Yeah, but if you're good, and they're tall. It doesn't,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
But surely there's someone else. It's pretty.
actually, I heard fucking Kojak plays basketball, so we can, yeah.
Really?
Word on the street, so we
shoot the free
yeah.
throw.
I heard he makes buckets. There was a
Kojak
music
kicks
video with him.
football.
And I
He
think
nearly got the
he was playing
scholarship.
ball.
No,
in
he
it.
did get the scholarship for that.
Speaking
For
on that.
football. Kean Bolger, he like.
Did he?
Oh no, he
nearly-
got a scholarship for running. And
Oh.
he
Of
has
course
these,
he
He
did.
has like these tree trunks. He doesn't like it though, but like his
got
legs, like he
Jesus
could
Christ.
kick the fuck out of anybody in the Irish scene. Like, and we were playing football with him, little 5-a-side situation. We were playing like Tato cock, loose. Oh, what's it? Lifts the ears and buck mic kind of shit. And we were all going against each other. And Kim was just like fucking up every single person. Like,
Tito Cock's definitely got that industry plant authority
What?
where he can just like I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
who it
yeah,
is,
no,
but
no.
he can
He
make
can
an
elevate
artist
you.
now, like,
Yeah. I'm actually signed to Tato Cock. That's kind of what it.
shout out to Tato cock.
Big
Do you
up
actually
Tato
know
Cock.
him or
I know
maybe?
them.
Yeah.
I generally don't, and I feel like I do, but I'd also probably just like be forgetting. You know
It's
what I mean?
deeper than knowing a guy. Tato cock.
Yeah.
That's
You,
what probably
you don't get
yeah.
to just know.
I know.
feel
I
like
probably
you
know
write
the
your
essence
raps.
of Tato Cock. You know what I mean? I probably know the ingredients in a Tato
Yeah,
Cock.
honestly, I'd say he's of all bum shoulders with.
I met Tato Cock. I'm
So-
never going to fail. That's
what
That's
it is.
exactly
one
what
of
they
those.
say.
Come on now.
I don't really like them.
Never
No,
been
I'm
with a
just
girl who
kidding.
pooed, farted, any of that.
I think
That's
they're really
classic.
funny, man. I have a Tato cock sticker on my portable chat.
Tato Cock tattoo coming, pending.
I've seen a few. I've seen them share someone get a Tito Cock tattoo.
Yeah, it's happened.
There you go.
But
I
me and
feel-
all the boys talk about them all the time. It's like pretty dorky. Like they're so funny.
They're really funny, bro.
Yeah, they are funny though.
I nearly pulled out the picture, like the Tato Cock logo, just put it just there. Might have to.
Did you have any New Year's resolutions this year?
2025. What year is it? 2025?
You got it.
Yeah.
Or just ins and outs? I know we're a bit late for doing this, but I haven't spoken to you since,
I did
since
like
last year.
I did the resolutions and shit, but like I completely went backwards on everything. I had a bad start to the year. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said no more.
That's honestly the
phones.
biggest move. That's how you actually like
Because
make it.
I need to go further and realize how bad I've gotten
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go backwards. I haven't really hit the shit yet, but like now I'm looking at my phone to the point where I'm like, get out of the app, and then I'm like, oh, I'm going to a new app. And I'm like, getting angry, and I keep looking at the TV, and I'm switching between the shit.
Yeah.
But that was definitely a resolution: get off the phone. But we'll see.
I just
February.
want to like drop more songs or whatever. I just want to do more, like, you know what I mean? Need to get out the head and actually like
Yeah, that's
Make shit.
that's
Give
the
some
move, to be
head,
honest.
man.
That was something for me.
Right?
Just drop more
show
music.
how
Yeah.
loud,
Yeah,
bro.
just like it's actually so silly
Yeah.
how little music I put out. Do you know what I mean? Like
Why though?
you're just getting in your head. Do you know what I mean? And you're like, oh fuck, like why didn't I drop 25 songs last year? You know what I mean?
Fucking-
I seen JLL's like dropping a song every 2 weeks. That feels like that's impossible to keep up though.
Whoa.
It's probably not though. To
You
be
wanna
honest,
have
like
them
everyone
ready.
here could drop a song every 2 weeks.
But do you
easily.
have the like,
Cap.
actual bandwidth to be
Cap.
posting about it and shit all
You
the time?
could.
Do you know what I mean?
I can't.
Yeah,
Nah.
I suppose like if you can just trade it. The thing is though, if you drop that frequently, it's kind of hard though because at the same time you're like, you don't even have time to promote.
You
I
can't
was-
care
so-
about a song.
you can't
every
care
2
about a
weeks.
song.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
like-
care about a song every 2 weeks. Like,
But then sure you're just doing it for the sake of posting.
yeah,
I
just
suppose.
posting 2 songs.
We love JLOL though.
Yeah, yeah, he's sick.
Just to JLOL. Me personally, I just fucking
Yeah.
The
could not
fastest song
do
I
that.
like made and then dropped is probably like all the Friday Kill Day stuff. And that took like fucking 6, 7, 8 weeks to
million
drop.
weeks.
You know what I mean? And that was like the fast thing. That was like, oh, we made a song. Let's drop
closer.
all of those and get cracking. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I'm
that
not.
better?
I'm not the person to be dropping a load of shit back to back to back.
Man,
to back.
Dylan
I
keeps
get too
rubbing my lap
scared
here.
about it.
Was
Yeah.
Dylan rubbing your laps earlier? Dylan's
He-
rubbing mine. It's kind of
Honestly,
weird.
I feel him rubbing
Yeah,
me. I'm
yeah,
like, how
that's
does this
weird.
I'm
happen?
trying to stop the cameraman from touching my toes under the table.
You're
But that's
crazy.
neither here
You got them
nor
long
there.
toes.
Naughty, naughty. Bad, really bad.
Because I was
You're
talking
so
earlier to someone
bad.
about how like my favorite artists just like drop without thinking about it and they don't promote stuff too much. And I know that everybody can't really do that, like because you have to.
Dylan, can we just
promote
wait for a
shit.
second? There's a bit of a shadow on your face. I
Is
don't want
there?
it to ruin. Yeah, okay, we're all right. I think. Yeah. Yeah, just we don't want
Just
to.
like
Like the
that.
whole Mabfield situation. He wants
We
get
need to start
rich.
again. We need to start this whole shit again.
We're back.
I'm Dylan Murphy.
What's-
I'm here with KhakiKid. I'm here with Love and Curtisy.
What's
Sorry,
what's a
miss-
question you would love to ask each other about each other's music?
Okay.
Doing your job for you.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
Okay.
Like-
Okay, the guys go first because they're way smarter than me.
I just want to know both of yours, like, what's like the writing process? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's all interesting just being like, how does somebody be like, how does somebody approach like trying to make a song? Like, what's your approach? I know you just be like writing for the sake of writing a lot of times. You just like the,
Apple bottom cigarettes. I don't know. Yeah. Me personally, I'm in the midst of making a project, and right now it's a lot easier to write because I know like what the concept of the project is and stuff. But if I'm just writing, it just has to happen when it happens. It'll happen on a bus with no earphones in, or it'll happen in the studio with the loudest music. Happen when it happens.
Real.
It's nice to meet you. I'm
Because something I find really difficult is like I would just write for fun, but like I can only come up with ideas if I'm like walking or moving or doing something, or if I'm in the car. Like if I was told to sit down and start writing, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Real.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I just couldn't do it.
I'm the opposite, I think.
Really?
For me, it's like I have to like play a track or an instrumental and just like mumble for like 5 minutes
deep,
and something will hit. And then
I know something about you because like you'll write like the idea of like how shit should sound, and then you're like, okay, how am I gonna fit words?
Yeah.
And I remember
I'll have like the second half of the first verse and the first half of it and the second verse, and then have to glue it together.
You'll have like a bar, and you're like, okay, now let's figure out how we get to this bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're like, I'll have this bar set
Well, I kind of
up,
wish I did it like
that.
Courtesy, where I just had bars there, because then so when I pull up to the studio, I'm not just like, I don't actually like that.
maybe I don't really do a lot of what I kind of came across like I do. Like I'll write to a beat.
You're like on your 8 Mile tip, you're on the bus and you're just like,
I will. There will usually be a beat on. It's very rare I write to like just a random thing or write half a bar or anything. I usually write like for something.
Where's the weirdest place you've ever written a song that's come out?
This might sound mad. I like stopped at like sexual situation to like because I had a thought and I was like,
that's real shit right
That's
there.
bars.
That's actually hard to be
That's
honest.
bars.
Deep.
That's bars.
I'm the best one.
Yeah. I think I was on the
My girl
toilet
let me
when I
go.
did
Sorry.
I was gonna say I was on the toilet when you messaged me like ages ago, and I was like, oh, I need you to be on full play. I was like taking this shit, and I was like, most of the time, like I would actively like if I went to somebody's like house to make music, I'd like to start a shit. I'd ask to go to their bathroom, like sit on the toilet,
Get some work.
and every time it worked. You know what I mean? I'd be sitting on the toilet. You know what I mean? Cocky balls out, and I'll just be like, yeah, now I can write. The toilet's like a safe spot to like.
I was gonna
I've been in
say
the toilet like for 40 minutes
that's-
just writing bars, listening
done
to
it.
beats. It's
I've
happened
got to go
multiple
for a
times.
smoke as well. As a smoker, it's great to get out. So you can just I'm going for a smoke, and then you just get it.
My girl is like giving out to me before, and I was like, that's like literally. I took this down. You can see at the top of my notes. Song ideas. She said, "I'm hungry, and you're gonna shut up." And I was like, I really like that. Let me just say that. It's not even like a bar. It's just like that could be a nice idea for a song or some shit like that.
I'd be like walking around in like work or whatever, and then just like think of like 4 like lines, and I'm like, okay, cool, and then like fucking just pray I remember them, and then whenever it comes to like actually being in the studio, I'll be like, that's like the jump off point. You ever just have like a load of jump off shit?
Man,
where
you
it's,
really,
like,
that's all you fucking need is the jump off point.
you
That's
just have like
literally-
2 bars, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, now this is the vibe of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember I came into your shed that once, and all I had like, and I wrote it when I was in work, and I was like, this is stupid, made me laugh. I was like, zippity doodah, pull up and know whatchamacallit. And then I was like, perfect. I was
You
like,
know
how do
what
I
the
make
fuck
this
the
work?
exhaust is?
I was like, no, I have to make this work because it made me giggle at work that one time. Pull up and know
fresh
whatchamacallit.
finds. Now you're in Belfast just doing podcasts, gang.
Now I got a rewrite in my hand. Shout out to rewrite.
You got a shed,
Sorry,
Courtesy?
not a fucking voice, huh?
You got a shed, Gav?
That's where magic happens.
My name, yeah. I'm up in the shed, man. Is that the question?
Yeah,
I'm inside the 4 walls on the roof, man, just in there making magic happen. That's where I write a lot of shit, but recently I have not been recording there because I am conscious that like it's a safe place for me and I get to smoke and stuff, but I'm also conscious that like I don't own any recording equipment or anything, so I need
we love safe,
go to places.
safe places, yes.
I like
I mean, inshallah.
Free the gang.
Really gang.
You see, they nearly hit me, right? They tried
You
to
were
punch
over in
my
London,
face.
Courtesy, weren't you?
Man, I can't stop. Once I got a taste of it.
Big up
Yeah, I
London.
like London a lot, man. There's people over there. Everybody keeps fucking leaving, and everybody's over there.
It's true.
So, like any
Would you ever
opportunity
go
I
over
get-
there? Nah.
I like being over there, being drunk for 3 or 4 days. but
Yes,
I don't
man.
really like the responsibility that
London's one
seems
of
to
them
come
places
with it.
you can only
Everybody,
take in small doses. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You go there and you're like, I feel like I'm in like GTA or video
everybody
game or something.
hasn't
Things just keep
shaved or
happening.
anything in London. Everybody's like stressed. They're like, I need to shave. Everybody needs a shave. And there's like always like something that someone hasn't done. Like everybody's like, I'm late for work or I didn't do some yesterday. You know what I mean? There's a
That is
hustle and
very
bustle
true.
that I just want to just sit the
Yeah.
fuck down and shut up.
London's one of them spots where it's like, whatever you want to do in London, you can do, whether it's like good or bad. If you're like, I'm going to go to London, I'm going to just like fuck my whole life up for a week.
can do that
Easy.
shit.
And they like give you the tips and tricks on how to fuck your life up.
It's
if
pretty
you go there, it's like, I'm going to do X,
doable
Y,
here
Z.
though as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
extra
it's-
stuff. It's like it's
yeah.
doable here, but you still have to like, you might have to get like 2 buses to do it. But like in London, it's just like done.
It's all
You know what I
there.
mean? I'm getting the Helvetican line to the G14 bus, and then I'm
going
gonna
to
go
the
do
old
heroin.
the ye old tube station
That's it.
and getting
Yeah.
fried off a red stripe. Yeah, I think I thought it was just me in London when I got there, and I was like, I'm just partying and everybody can't get enough of me. But like, it's everybody in London. Everybody's just getting drunk on the weekends, every single weekend,
There's so
and then
much.
working all
London's
week.
just like
You know?
very big. You be forgetting how big it is. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
too much stuff going on, and then you come back to Dublin. It's like a quarter of the size, and it takes you twice the amount of time to get from point A to point B. Don't make no
Great
sense.
point.
My thing's kind of like Dublin is basically the same price as London now, if not more expensive, which is kind of mental. So I can kind of understand why people leave. But yeah, London definitely has a bit of a cursed energy, I think.
There's just
know
more
what it is.
productivity over there, to be honest. Like, how many hard producers are there in Ireland? You know, what I mean? There's a good amount, but it's not like an amount where you can be in a different studio every day with a different producer. Do you know what I mean?
The hell? You ever heard my beats? No, I'm just
Gavin
kidding. Yeah, but that's so true.
Are you making beats as well now?
Nah.
Barely.
Barely.
Oh,
Just started.
barely.
Did you
No,
got one of your?
I don't make beats. I just fucking.
I feel like you
I
make
just
the ideas. You
make
probably
the ideas and get some homies to help out. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
He
Yeah.
has
I say
friends.
I want those like boom to cap pa 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 boom 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 like those kind of drums. You know what I mean?
See
Those
that?
are the hard
Yeah,
ones.
maybe
Boom
he
to
is a
cat
producer.
and boom to kitty poems.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay, shake it, warrior.
Hmm.
Okay.
What's the weirdest shit that you've had sampled in a song? Like that you sampled to have in a song?
Oh, I sampled 6ix9ine and hang. Did you ever see that video? So that's not out yet, but yeah, I sampled that. Yeah, that's
Did you
how.
see they were auctioning off his shit recently, all his jewels and stuff?
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're
Who
auctioning
was?
it all, like FBI,
6ix9ine, all his stuff.
because he didn't pay his taxes.
They're crazy.
He's got
That's a
everything
monopoly
going.
over there on the
Tax.
Let's not talk about the FBI right now.
America scares me, man.
They know what they're doing, man.
If America was another country that didn't speak English, I'd be like, this is a crazy, like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean,
they're evil.
dictatorship that's going on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just really good at marketing.
If we were
They're just
sponsored
super
by
good at
Re-Raw,
marketing.
I'd be talking about all that shit. Me personally, I watch a YouTube channel called Outdoor Boys. You ever watch that?
Oh,
I was watching
man,
with
they're
my
legends.
sister
Yeah,
recently.
yeah.
Your man just goes and like digs a hole in a load of snow.
Oh,
and
It's the
builds a
snow.
fire.
Like he goes out in the snow and stuff. Yeah,
He's
I
a
sampled
beast.
him.
Yeah,
He's
it's
a
crazy.
beast.
Huh?
He says something at the start of it. It's like the intro to his video, and it goes, "I'm lost, and I can't find my way out." And he says that, and I sampled that in a recent thing. It was pretty cool. It's great.
I can't say what the craziest thing is, so I'll say other stuff.
Say stuff.
I will say other stuff. I remember like Rory was up, and every time I'll just be sending him like stupid, like dumb shit I see in video games, like the rabbit and Rayman Raby Rabbits. I was like, sample that, and Rory figures out a way to do it every single time. I was like, Silent Hill, do that. I sent him like an Ace Attorney beat from the fucking Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games on the DS, and I was like, what can we do here? Made the best beat in the whole world because like, it's
Ever.
Rory Sweeney. Like Rory Sweeney just does whatever.
Shout out to Rory Sweeney.
He
I
had
went
like
to
the
school with
Age
him.
of Empires beef pack. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? It's just the sound effects from Age of Empires. He's like, what if it's like Adult Grunt 4? I was like, he's not wrong. And he makes it work. He's
He's
like,
not wrong.
no. I was like, very good. Very good. He deserves like a Teen Choice Award. Is that what you're auditioning
He has
for? or
good
whatever?
ears. That's what I'm auditioning for.
I sampled Darius at some point.
Darius.
Yeah, I didn't think, I never put it out, but yeah, I did
Sorry,
sample
it's
him.
the place to be.
Yeah,
He
no.
the goat no cap.
He has the teddy bear and it makes sounds. He has like the Darius teddy bear and it stims when
That's
you press it. I wish I was lying.
That's
If I'm lying, God
What does
take
it do when you press it?
It stims. It does the, and I love you, Darius. It's like, meow, meow, meow. Like it does all that.
Is that not
Love
so
you,
hard?
Darius.
Do that again.
Meow, 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 meow. And he hits the high bit in it as well. I fucking love it. Darius is the place to be.
Shout out to
he's fucking
Darius.
spitting,
I
bro.
didn't know everybody knew about Darius until like a year ago, but I've been watching Darius for like 4
I
years.
think everyone knew about it.
I knew Darius before you say
Oh,
it.
Everyone
Yeah.
had the same thing about Darius where it's like, I know this thing and I'm going to be like watching a lot, but I won't tell nobody.
Yeah.
And then everyone finds out, oh, we
the
all
amount
knew.
of shit I watch in a day is I'm getting angry at the phone, like intaking way too many people's like personal.
Yeah, what is your
I agree
media
with you on
diet?
that.
Like, what are you? Is this TikTok you're talking about, or what are you talking about?
Instagram Reels, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm in
Instagram
there.
Reels
are
is
so
I'm
sick,
trying to find
man.
validation on Instagram. That's where I find a lot of it. I don't get a lot on TikTok. They don't
Okay.
fuck with a hip hop.
Instagram
rapper.
Reels
Okay.
has me in the chokehold.
Yeah.
I know it's a bad week when I'm like, spent like 30 minutes on the fucking YouTube shorts. That's how I know my life's a fucking waste
I've
of
never. I don't think
time.
I've ever went on YouTube Shorts, but I was on Instagram Reels recently, and it was all just Christian content that comes up for me.
I love
for some
that.
reason.
Shout out
Really?
to- Jesus is
Tap
king.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I love the Imam Peter
Free
Griffin
God.
one where it's like, yeah, Astaghfirullah, Chris. They had them all like fucking Christian, fucking Homer Simpson, Sikh Patrick Star, like
I
powerful
feel like
stuff.
if anybody watching this isn't chronically online, they're just not going to have got any of
Yeah,
that.
wake up, man.
Like,
Honestly,
Go on
this isn't
Instagram.
going out.
Honestly, this is a flop. I think this is a flop. We might have to do this. Or to start now. Gav, introduce us again. Courtesy,
Honestly,
introduce.
I already tried it a minute ago.
Go
We went
ahead.
back off.
And
What's up? I'm Dylan Murphy. I'm here with KhakiKid, Manjola, Moyo, and this is Cam Marklow.
Welcome to iCarly, bro. I'm Freddie Benson.
what's the as an artist? What's the most annoying question to get asked by an interviewer, or the one that gets asked a lot that you can't really even answer?
What was it like growing up where I grew up?
that's not even that bad. That's a
Nah,
decent
it's not
question.
bad,
because
I
it's
hate
like,
that.
It's like, what am I gonna just talk about growing up? Because I don't know what it was like growing up where you grew up. So it's just a
That's why they're
It just
asking
makes
you
it
what
like
you're
you're-
growing up.
yeah,
in.
you
weird
growing up.
though. There's a connotation because I'm from Tallaght. It's like, what was it like growing up where you grew up? Like grenades and stuff.
No, but it's in your literally. What you mean? It's in your raps. What are you
but
talking
it's like,
about?
yeah, but then listen.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's a good fucking
Yeah,
one.
fair.
Just listen.
Just listen,
You
yeah.
heard it in the rap
Fucking
chat.
12 songs of the shit.
You should just go on and cry the minute anyone asks you about that. Just start crying.
I don't like when people ask what are your influences. I'm like,
Yeah, that
that's
pisses me
life.
off.
That's funny. Like,
Really?
just listen to songs. You know what I mean? I don't like going like, I like this, that, and that. And I'm like, yeah.
People tell me my influences.
Do you like Earl Sweatshirt, man?
Yeah. Yeah. District, Dylan Murphy, or whoever the fuck. It's everybody. They all know I like Earl Sweatshirt. I'm just gonna stop liking Earl Sweatshirt, and then we'll see what happens. I flop. Oh.
Gav on drill to be Kurt. Sorry, I keep dead naming you. That's crazy. My bad.
Naming is upsetting.
yeah.
As if he doesn't go by
I
no
used to
more.
be Gav Curtis. Like,
Artist
I'm
formerly known as
Spotify.
Gavin Curtis.
Yeah, so that's used to. That's but anyways.
Oh,
Yeah, Courtesy on some drill beats would be crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy. Me and
Yeah,
Skag made a song recently that's like
Ooh, drill.
close.
I've got it.
Well, it's
It's like one letter off a drill.
Yeah, it's like real.
real.
Because I fucking love it when people maybe have like a certain lane or have only recently been making a certain style of music and then they go a bit left. Like even seeing with like Earl and Mike and stuff are doing trap stuff. Like
I fuck with
it
that.
goes
I actually
so
really
hard.
fuck with like
Yeah.
the Earl shit you put out last year. Yeah.
But he's kind of like, to me, he's like an
On the
A&R
block
or
like
something.
Israelites. Yeah.
Man, he must
yeah.
be like one of the only American rappers I can think of that's actually like said anything about Palestine.
Yeah,
It's a bit mental.
shout out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote about it first. So
Uh,
I said some free Palestine fuck cost on Moffat. I wrote that like 7 months ago, and then he dropped that goes fuck Earl, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the
freestyle.
message across for us, but I'm obviously only sorry.
You actually message him on
Macklemore,
Twitter and he told me.
Macklemore, yeah.
Yeah,
to be
shout
fair,
out Macklemore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What did
yeah, shout
Macklemore
out
say?
Macklemore. He said something about free
He's
Palestine.
always said it.
No, he
Yeah.
texted
Anything he wants
Kendrick
to
saying
say,
like, you
shout
should
out
have
to
won this and
Macklemore.
then put it on
Yeah.
for internet points. Why do you do that?
Man, no, Macklemore gets too much hate, man.
I think he
Macklemore-
does, yeah.
Yeah, Macklemore is actually. Man, I just looked it up and I was
I love
watching
sharks.
like some of his
Real fact.
old music videos and like big budget music videos, and he never signed like a major deal.
Did he not?
No, he did like a publishing deal or something like that. But all if you go on his like Spotify and his
Mad.
YouTube and stuff like
His
that,
net
it's all,
worth
like,
right now is
rich.
€1,900. That's his net worth. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, man.
He does it for the people.
Him and
Yeah,
Russ
He's
were like,
from
how
the
do I
same
make
place
the
as
most
Hozier,
money
isn't
off
he?
of this? And then they did.
What you say?
Mm.
He's from
And
the same
then all
place
you
as
have to do is
Hozier.
just not be
Is he?
liked by
Oh yeah, he's from
hip hop
Tala too. Yeah,
fans.
yeah. Macklemore's from Tala too. Yeah, yeah. Gav's actually related to Macklemore.
I thought it was Longford. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm
Shout out Kilkenny.
I like Earl Sweatshirt only because, not only because I like Earl Sweatshirt. One thing I like about Earl Sweatshirt is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Gav. Thank you. Is the fact that he was just like, you just just proving to people that you don't have to like always be doing like just showing off how much you can rap. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can do so much more with so much less, and it's more impressive that you're doing more with less. You know what I mean?
But he gets
like-
a benefit of the doubt because
Yeah.
everybody knows
No,
he can
you
rap.
can't-
I
yeah,
think
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
part of
yeah,
it. Like,
yeah.
because I feel like if you came out with the song first that was silly, people might have like a preconception.
My
of what
shit's
you're
It's
like.
not even
half
silly,
like,
though.
But then you just do
people-
both. Do you know what I mean?
But then you do both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I
People
hate-
give me the benefit of the doubt for sure, and I might just be. I think it's just it's a thought process. Basically. I think you just really have to just like you believe it. Like
I hate the
when I
idea
think
of,
about
like,
Comedy Jam, I'm really sorry.
No, please.
My
continue.
song Comedy Jam. Don't know if you've ever heard of it. Shite, like in reality, like shite raps, but like in the same thing. I was like, this fella feels it. I think he thinks he's saying something. Cause like I honestly am not explaining a lot of the shit I'm talking about in that song, and people are like, shout out to that song. I'm like, you don't fucking even get it. And it's the same with Earl. Like he just makes a song and he believes in it, and that's what I think resonates.
I feel like a load of people be like thinking that they have to act like their song means more than it does, you know what I mean? Like they feel like they have to be like, oh no, this is serious and I'm saying real shit. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just, you know what I mean? Just say it. And in that same realm, you can just be like silly and be having fun and then putting like a serious piece of music behind it, you know what I mean? Like you could be putting like serious amount of effort into something that isn't taking itself seriously and it's having fun.
Yeah.
So that should never take away from the fact. Like, I think somebody had said it to me. They're like, "Oh, I like the last song, like Atilogo, like where you like, you know what I mean? I'm glad you finally got serious." And I was like, "What the fuck do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean?" Like, I got mad about it because I was like, "That doesn't." You
Just
know
put
what
a
I mean?
sad beat behind the same lyrics.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about because like
I'm
you
glad-
can just
because I mean there's that Outcast song Hey Ya that it's like
It's a
actually
super
really
sad
sad, but
song,
they have like a
yeah.
really upbeat instrumental and people.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that
like
about?
it's talking about like a breakdown of a relationship.
Wow.
Yeah. But you just don't know because
when you
it's
know
like
you're
really
not
happy
happy
beat.
here. Y'all just want to listen to the goddamn
Yeah,
song.
yeah, it's
like
li-
he
he
says it
literally
in the
says it in the
song.
song,
Like
like-
he goes to the chorus and in the background, it's like y'all don't care. Y'all just want to listen to the goddamn song. Well, fully, like someone said that to me about the shit, and I was like, man, 2 of those songs I'm talking about killing myself. But you don't know that because I'm having fun. You know what I mean?
Even
like
me, I don't even care.
exactly.
About that.
You know what I mean? I'm like, just listen.
Me personally, I don't even care.
You have a song as well where the first time I listened to it, I totally misinterpreted it. But are you talking about yourself being drunk and really annoying when you're drunk? Is it the one with Joe Butler?
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
like
yeah,
he
yeah,
must
yeah.
totally interpreted it.
Just being a
different way.
horrible cunt when you're drunk. Yeah. That's why we're cutting off at 3 drinks today. Yeah.
That's your
I'm,
6th drink.
I'm glad you also felt comfortable to let us know that what that song was about.
Appreciate that.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. You know,
Safe
just
space,
how it
safe
is,
space.
just how it
Mabfield,
is,
safe
just how it
safe
is,
space.
Just how it is.
I'm gonna
Did
kill
that.
myself first.
We did that. Logic did it first, but you know what I mean.
Something
Shout
I
out
kind of wanted to know about you guys is like, when did you actually like feel confident that you were good, or like felt like, you know, there's a threshold and there's like a moment where you actually like shit people. Not that it's about outside validation, but we are like, okay, I feel confident in this. People take me seriously. My music's good. Do you know what I mean?
It was about 5 years ago, and then I stopped about 5 years ago as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear to God, when I started and I was the worst, I was like, damn, bro,
Man,
I'm
I
so
liked
hard.
I liked your early
But-
stuff.
and then
You
afterwards, I'm like, oh, bro, I'm
You need to go back
So
to
I'm
when you
just-
had the anime videos, bro.
Yeah, bro, the
man.
A&B days stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
we shout to A&B channels
Come
promoting.
on, man.
What was that one? Something Punch. Something.
Yeah.
Is it still on the internet?
Dublin's Resident Ranger.
What is it called? Come on, leak it.
No, it's gone. I think it was, believe it was called Uppercut.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, dog, that was so long.
I got it first.
But no, what about you guys? When did you feel confident?
I don't even know if it was like a pinpoint moment, but there's like that weird transition where you're like, oh, it's like when you find your voice, because that was the hardest part for me. Just like I like criminally hate it, and still to this day, like kind of just hate my voice. I just have a weird voice, and I don't like that. So then, like, especially when I'm like rapping, I was like, oh, how do I like make this work or whatever? And then I started just being like, okay, I'm fucking with it now.
Have you ever
And that's
tried
when it made
rapping
me
in
feel
like
good.
in an English accent? I think that'd be hard. For
I
you.
have done that.
Yeah, do that,
But
man.
I'm not
That'd be the
gonna
move.
do
No,
that.
that'd be the move,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
I did like, you know, the fucking like idol, you know, idols. Like I did like an idol
Yeah.
type thing where I'm just like
Okay.
in a British accent just talking.
But maybe do like a dig a D type thing. Do you
Oh,
know
that's a
what
good
I mean?
idea.
Yeah,
I think that a
yeah.
lot of people from Ireland should have like UK accents.
Honestly, I think that'd be so hard if we did that. Yeah.
Ching 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 ching. You know, you too brilliant.
Yes.
What about you, Gav?
Chillin'.
Well, the confidence
Yeah.
still getting there. A little bit.
But do
So
you,
I still like proper. I'm like, you're all wrong about me. Like, it feels really good to me to make rap music. Like, it's not fake when I do Week saying to you. I'm like, I honestly, I think this Choice Prize nomination, like on the outside, is like people give a fuck about me, but I'm still. This next project, I feel like I'm at the point now where I'm like, I hate this project, and
I've heard this project is a good fucking project.
I get, like, you even know that I'm not lying because I'm like,
I know you're telling the truth.
because I don't, yeah, but it's like I kind of know it's wrong because I see all this outside love and shit. I'm like, I'm doing some shit, but it's hard for me to kind of get.
did it
behind
feel uncomfortable
personally.
sometimes though if you don't believe in?
Yeah, I
And
believe
getting
it. I don't
compliments?
know. I can believe it when I'm like doing it live and I do it right, but like. Yeah, I feel the best when I'm doing it live. It's different though. It's all fleeting. I never feel like good or confident in it.
It's the big
But it, like,
imposter
happens
syndrome that
sometimes.
people be getting, you know?
Yeah.
Because I have it majorly as well. Like, you'll be like, how did I make that song? You know what I mean? I'm like, how did I make
Oh,
that
man,
song?
you're
That's
listening
like,
to songs.
yeah,
that you
you're
made
like,
years
damn,
ago.
I'm
I'm
so
like,
good. What happened?
damn,
And
I
then like you
peaked.
make one song later on, you're like, oh, I'm back.
Yeah,
And then
but
you're like,
yeah.
I don't know why I was stressing. And then you forget about that and you're like, damn, how did I make that song?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
man, that's so
the
fucking
whole
real.
situation just like,
But do you know any, like, are you friends with any artists that are like truly confident in what they do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Butler's a shit. Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Butler knows what he's doing, man. He's so confident, and I fuck with it. But like, he's so sick that like when he's the confidence makes so much sense. You know what I mean? To me, anyway. But
sick.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know how other people think about others, but yeah.
If
Like,
I've got that like youthful, like I'm a team having fun, I'm like fucking killing it. You know?
yeah, exactly.
He's-
Yeah.
I feel like Joe's definitely like I'm
18 years of age, boy. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But like, but again, the
Joe.
confidence matches the actual skill level. It's
Yeah.
so like it's not.
I think you're especially when you're like younger and stuff. Like you don't,
You have less like fear of just like, you know what I mean?
because you're
looking
coming from
stupid.
being there.
Yeah.
Like it's 18 to 24 where you're like, oh, fucking hate everything.
I don't know if
me.
you ever had like this kind of experience of like, I felt like I had to like work my way up or like earn my way to like drop shit on Spotify. So I was just like, I gotta go through the SoundCloud first. I
I
gotta
was
drop
the
all that
opposite,
shit.
man. I was like, I don't want to be a SoundCloud rapper, so everything was on Spotify first.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
because in my head, I was like, if I put something on Spotify, that's me going like, it's
That's
official.
your-
Start in now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, and I don't want to.
You're not
I was
in
like,
the
I don't want to
practice.
take anything off of Spotify ever. But like,
Wait,
like
is
my
that digging me
early.
or something?
No.
Yeah.
I love you.
Is there
I
something?
love
Is there
you.
something though about when being an artist becomes a thing when you're like doing shows and it's actually thinking maybe see the more realities of it where it's hard to make money, it's hard to make a career out of it, that it can almost be like a second awakening of like, oh fuck, this is actually
Yeah, but you shouldn't have that because that makes your music worse. If you start
Yeah.
actually thinking about it differently than you did.
But is it a thing?
For me, it was a thing anyway, being like, oh shit, like this is real now. There's like a whole commercial aspect to
Yeah.
it, and you're like, oh
I
fuck.
actively chose not to like study music because of that. You know what I mean? Not like just because of that, but I was very much like, let me do some shit. I never wanted to feel like music would ever have to be something that I have to do.
Yes.
Because then I was like, knowing me in my head, if I felt like I had to do it, then I wouldn't want to do it as much, or I get stressed off it and I'd like lose the love. In my weird like logic, I'm very much like, because I'm actively choosing to make time for this, I appreciate it a bit more. Like, oh, I'm working like 5 days a week, but like, what am I doing in my free time to have fun? It's making music. You know what I mean? With that being said, you know, some of us ain't do the best in that one exam. So maybe gotta stick to this music.
Stick to the damn music.
Come
bro.
on, man.
That other
Come
shit's
on,
not
man.
for you, man.
Hey, man.
You're a creative guy.
I'm
I'll
a
give you that.
Bachelor of Science still. You know what I mean? Like,
Come on.
mashallah.
Humble flex.
Rich flex.
It's Rambo.
Could he perform it? He has money right in front of him.
Do you think there's something to the idea as well? Like when I was younger, I would have done like video editing and made like fucking video game montages and all this kind of shit. But I had no like actual training or didn't. I just learned from watching videos and stuff online. So you make up your own ways of doing stuff that aren't the correct way. And when you're first coming into music and stuff and you're just working it out yourself, do you think that you're more creative in that way? And have you felt like when you've actually got more into the industry or whatever, sometimes it can try and like sand you down and make it a bit neater what you do?
I think
Does
you're
that make
more
sense?
creative. Like
That does make sense.
before you like find yourself, you're definitely gonna be more creative. I feel like it's not like, for me personally, it's not the industry that changed me. It's because I like actually know what the fuck I want to do, and like I'm not just like, I am still making music like random on the fun of it, but like I usually know what the fuck I want to do with a song, and like, yeah, I am who I am, so there's that much to play with. Like I can't go outside that.
Whoever I say I am, and if I
Crack a bottle, hey, your body, waddle. So shit.
What was the question?
Basically, do you think that like once you actually get into doing music seriously, that you almost have to you end up following like the protocols or like what people think you should be doing a wee bit more because you're in the midst of it? Because I think it's very easy when you start surrounding yourself with more professional people or whatever for it almost to rub off on you a bit when some of the magic actually comes from when you're having more fun.
The only protocols I would follow that actually, to be honest, made a lot more sense to do. Back in the day, I didn't know what like BPMs were, so every time I would do a hook on a song, each hook would be a new hook and I wouldn't copy and paste it. So I would record the hook like 3 times in the song because I didn't know how to copy that hook over to the next hook. So it saved me a lot of time finding out about BPMs and shit in general and just copying hooks. So yeah, basically a sheep now. Kind of just follow what everyone in the industry does.
Is there anyone you've worked with that you've been in the studio with them and just been like they're like sickos and like really learned off them?
Matthew Harris, Chameleon. Chameleon's a fucking sicko. Yeah.
In what way?
He's really good.
Man, like
He can do it all.
he's actually
Thinks he's better
it
than
kind of
me.
pissed me off how
Probably.
like he's so talented and like he puts out incredible music. He's still I still don't believe he's gotten a shine that he deserves, but like he's just like a fucking professional. Like,
Yeah.
he'll write, record, produce, blah blah blah, an entire piece of work, mix it himself, and be incredible, and he'd be like, I'm gonna get it sent off to someone else to mix it. I'm like, bro, this is like unbelievable. Why would you need to? Like,
he sent me like one of the most beautiful pieces of music ever, and he was like, I don't know, man, I'm not feeling it. It's never seen the light of day. But he's so good, especially as well. Like, if you went with him like any idea or whatever, I'm just like, I kind of thinking of this. He'll just make it work.
You don't understand?
I mean?
I'll come up with like I'll have like voice notes of me making fucking joke hook ideas, blah blah blah, and then I'll bring it to him and he'll sing it, and it's like beautiful. Do you know what I mean? I think that's one thing. If Matthew Harris isn't like grew up in London and but had the exact same whatever life, and I think he'd be close to a millionaire, to be honest. Like, I sure my life, like,
he'd probably have like 800K.
You probably have like 3 Grammys. I feel like Matthew Harris should definitely have like 3 Grammys.
He's one of those lads where like once he moves away, like people are gonna understand how talented he is, and then so he'll get the shine he deserves. You know what I mean?
Like, otherwise, if you've met other people when you went away, like producers and stuff that are just able to bring ideas to life in a way that you just couldn't even fathom
Rory
before.
Sweeney.
I went to school with him.
What I mean?
That's crazy.
You need to stop.
Well, you just said to me, like, you just said to me the first song you did was Men on a Mission. Like,
yeah,
that's
Rory
crazy.
Sweeney is so good at like, Rory like knows more music. Like, he has more like knowledge of songs in his head than anyone I know. You know what I mean? Like, he knows like every single type of music at all. Like, he'll be talking about like random Michigan songs. He's like, oh, I remember that like 2000 like
they're all his favorite
garage stuff, and every song is his favorite song ever. And then he'll talk about like
song ever.
Like obscure ambient song from like a PlayStation 1 game.
This is my favorite game.
He knows everything like Irish trad folk from like the 70s. Like, there's nothing he doesn't know. And it's the fact that he's just like, he has this beautiful kind of approach to music where it's like, no, we'll just make it work. You know what I mean? Like, he'll just try it and he'll make it work, and then it always works. Like, making music
about that one time he tried to kiss me that night.
Yeah, shout out to Rory, man.
That was one of the wildest times. He's just like, he was telling me about his favorite game, and then he just
he
like
kept putting his hand on his
You
thigh.
look like somebody from my favorite game.
My favorite game.
You're actually my favorite guy ever.
He was like, is that an 808? And then he pulled him. Yeah, exactly. He raised him up.
You the guy with the hard hi-hats. But,
well, I love working with producers that, like, if I want to be involved in some of the production, if they can understand me, where like I'm so musically illiterate, but I'll be like, oh, I want the guitar to go like wow wow wow, and then they'll be like, oh my god, I get you.
Matthew Harris
wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, Rory's good at that.
like
Kilte good at that as well. Shout out Kilte. I love it. Yeah, you tell Rory make an ugly beat, he'll do it. Yeah, and he'll make it like 3 different types. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, make it like a stinky poo poo beat from PlayStation 4, and he's like, yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I've got this sample from this guy from like Uzbekistan. I just figured out. Like, he knows everything. He knows the vibes. You send him anything, he's like, yeah. He'll say yeah 3 times, and then he'll make the song.
Yeah. That's my favorite song ever.
Yeah. That's probably favorite song of all time.
That's my favorite artist of all time.
Yeah. Bless his heart. Love Rory Sweeney.
Oh yeah.
Somebody give him a medal.
I was in the studio. I didn't sign an NDA, so I can talk about it. I was in the studio with Kojak for a couple of minutes there, and like just kind of left being like, I'm just a fucking idiot. And this guy is the smartest guy ever. Like, I never said that to him or anything, but like, we made a half a song. He sent it to me. I just sounded bogus, and like, his beat was great. It was just his production, my rapping, but like, he was like, you should do it like this. And in my head, I was like, fucking you telling me how I should do it. And he was like completely right. Like, when I heard it back, I was like, why didn't I just do it correct and like express yourself? So that's how since then I've been like honestly changing the way I rap for the better, of like actually giving the emotion I'm supposed to give for the things I'm saying. I forget.
But what was it that he was telling you to do? What was it?
Just like projecting a different direction. Like, I was honestly just like rapping the way I rap, as if like it was landmine, but it was like a completely different beat. You know what I mean? And I'm just like rapping the same. But like, even with these guys here, fucking Curtisy and Ahmed with Love, it's like they can change a lot of inflections and do a lot of apple bottom cigarette slumped up and just shit like that. So I don't have a lot of range like that. And when he put it in front of me, like, you need to do it like this, and I kept doing it a certain way, and he kept being like, you need to do it more like this, and we never really did it that way. I was like, there's ways to do this.
Because Kendrick's kind of been seeing it that as well. Like, I feel like he switched up a few years ago and has come back, and he just sounds like a cartoon character in the best way sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's like super
Kojak.
Even the idea just to go, amazing brother, pop off on you. Like, I fucking love that so much.
That's also another thing that could come off dorky potentially to other people, but it works so well. It just sounds good.
The moment people stop like giving a fuck about that, you know what I mean? Like, people are just afraid to be like, it hinders your creativity and like how much you can actually do when you're like, no, I can't do that because that sounds silly, that sounds stupid. You're actively like saying I can't do more, so I'm gonna do less to make shit fit in.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's counterintuitive.
Yeah,
And I hate that. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta let yourself be silly, and then now I can be like, I can do it all, and I can give 100% of something, as opposed to me being like, oh, I gotta hold this back because that's not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not what's
I
fresh in the
can't
street. That's not really
quite
hood.
Bring myself to do it correct. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's mad. It's having the ideas and actually doing them with no like, fucking, yeah. I was nervous and I shouldn't have been nervous.
Do you feel like uncomfortable in the studio if it's people that you don't know, or does it take you a while to get into it, or is it like
100%,
yeah?
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to
like,
waffle
getting
with them for
better
like
at
2
it.
hours,
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
hours, just to get the
even
vibe.
people I know, I need to talk. Like, if you walked into the studio, you and Rory, and we like never
just went
we
in,
just went in
that
and made
would suck.
music. It just
Because
wouldn't
We've
make
done
any
years,
sense.
we're playing like
vulnerable
Resident
thing
I'm
to
watching
do,
you do
isn't
like
it? To,
2 Resident
start
Evil, like,
singing or start rapping in front of
like
people.
five
With a
fights,
stranger,
and I'm like,
100%.
yeah, yeah.
And then it's like, as well as that, if you're like
Damn,
with
yeah.
certain producers and those producers are like in the middle of making the beat, but they keep stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and they're like, oh, doing the drums and the guitar, but you never get like a full loop through, yeah. And then they turn to you, it's like, okay, it's your turn.
You're just about to
Oh,
load the
I haven't
most
even
traumatic
heard
event of your
the
life.
beat yet. Do you know what I mean?
You need like a producer that's like, you can be in silence in the room comfortably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you can have the beat just playing on loop for like 30 minutes. No one's saying a word, but it's not like an awkward no one's saying a word. Just people are just thinking and working. You know what I mean? You have some like people like, and it's no one's fault. It's just like vibes sometimes where you just feel uncomfortable and you're just like, ugh. And then you get scared and you're not writing shit, and then you feel uncomfortable that you're not writing shit, and you're just like, all right, so we've been here for like 4 hours, and then you just like give them like an 8 bar that doesn't even make sense. And
Yeah,
you're like,
literally. You just gotta say,
You-
can we
like,
start
I don't
something
know what to
new,
do.
man? Just let's start something new.
Yeah.
I always do that.
I'll
I'm
just
like,
give you the worst raps I've ever.
yeah.
I like, there's some people that get like the same like rap from me, and it's been like put to like 3 different producers just because I'm like, I couldn't think of anything.
Man,
I'm like, I'll give you the song I made with Rory 2
I'm
days
so
ago.
I'm so bad for being like, oh, I'll do it at home. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll go to this. Man, I was in Abbey Road for a session, and we like made a beat, and we were like writing. I swear to God, on my life, I swear to God, because we were like, we made the beat together, and I had some ideas, the whole guitar, wah, wah, wah type thing,
okay.
and then we were like writing lyrics back and forth,
You'll do it
and then
at
we
home.
recorded the lyrics, and they sounded so fucking bad. And I was like, I'll just do it at home,
We'll
dog.
do it
Yeah. And literally, I went home, and then I did
it
something
works,
I really
yeah.
fucking like. So hopefully that comes
when
down.
you have the
wrong with
bars and you like, you'll put it down and you're just like, why it's not working?
Yeah, why do
You know
I
what
sound
It's
so-
like, I could have sworn this was gonna be a hit.
But
Like
you-
you write something down and you're like, oh, I'm fucking, ooh,
Yeah.
I'm cooking, and then you put it down and you're like, I'm a fucking dweeb.
But it sounds
what
so
happened?
hard when you're like saying it out loud to the room.
And then you
yeah,
record it and it just sounds like,
Yeah, doo-doo.
What's your favorite studio experience you think you've had? Like that you just felt like it went so smoothly, or just it was like felt electric when you were in the room, it just came together.
I was in studio with Mac Weather, this lad. He was
Yeah,
a part of
98.
98. Yeah, he's a fucking sick cunt, man. I fucking love him. And we just made like 4 beats and fucking made 4 different songs,
Nice.
basically. And yeah, he's just a sick cunt. And then this other lad, when I made that Boy Racer song, I actually really fucked with that because we had like made a beat beforehand and I didn't really fuck with it. And then he was just scrolling through his beats and by accident he clicked on Boy Racer and I was like, I kind of fuck with this. And that came together accidentally.
Nice.
And I really liked it.
all
yeah,
the
yeah.
best songs are the ones that you don't even like plan to make.
Couple of
You know what I
randos.
mean?
Do you know what I hate when people make beats? They're like, "Oh, I think you'll fuck with this beat," and it's never. I always hate
I
the beat.
actively-
They're always like, they're like, "Make this beat for you.
don't
It's
know
so
me
bad."
at all.
I actively tell people, I'm like, show me the beat you want me to hear the least.
Yeah.
Like immediately. Because I know the one you think is like, you know what I mean, popping off is
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it just won't work for me. But the one you're like hiding is like, oh, this is just
I'd
a
say-
stupid Halloween beat I made. I'm like, yeah,
Every
that's
single
the
song
pedals
I've ever made, the
instrumental.
producer's been like, "There's no way I would have never taught you." Like with the comedy jam beat, Hickey was like, "I had that beat for so long. That beat's dead." I was like, "No, you're."
Just don't see the
Yeah,
beat.
I need to hear the weirdest shit. That's why I keep saying ugly. I want weird, ugly shit.
But you did like a tune, and I can't remember the name of the band now, but it was kind of like
10 Hail Marys.
yeah.
That was
I went
hard.
in
That
my
was
Fontaines
hard.
bag.
Like yeah.
I had a good time.
Chris
Thought I
Cuts.
was gonna be a millionaire off that song. Like, I thought I had my.
It's not every
No,
fucking
it's
song, man.
freestyle.
Every song, every song. You're like,
on
only.
Spotify, you're like, hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sean told me to
I
play
was
2
like,
songs from the,
just-
but I'm not doing that. I'm playing
Just
this.
everybody beware because I'm about to blow up and
5
act like I
minute
don't know.
long song is that?
And you know it's gonna
I was
be
like,
some
this is hard.
random ass song that blows up for you. Like it's not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
annoying.
the fucking one you know
Stop.
or you hope it is.
It's always the random shit. But yeah, that song was a lot of fun to make. That was probably some of the most fun. I remember I was like trying not to drink when I went to the studio to record that, and I bought a packet. You know the new Flaming Hot shits, the Wassets,
Flaming Hot Coors Light,
the purple ones,
khakis.
and I got a big Muju because I knew they were gonna be spicy. And I just had a Muju and a big packet of Flame Crisp and recorded like a Fontaines song. It's a good time. Yeah.
Are you excited to beat them to the top prize at the Choice Prize?
There's no, if they give it to the gang who's not in the building, I'm gonna be upset.
Are they not gonna be there?
They're not gonna be there.
No way.
Listen, Orla Garland better win the shit. Because if it's not me,
Shout out Orla Garland, she's sick.
Yeah, she's sick.
She's sick.
Now only messing.
I love you. I love you. Yeah.
I hate that I love you.
The whole list is great though, but Kneecap and Fontaines aren't gonna be there. Two obvious choices. I love the gang. Shout out to the music. Shout out. But I need €10,000.
Yeah. What are you gonna spend it on if you get it?
We're gonna buy cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna buy.
Hit me up, KhakiKid over here.
If that came true, like I'm gonna get a
turn the shed into the shed trademark.
Like,
hey, Gav, you could have bought a laptop by now. Like all these gigs you do.
Have you got a Choice nominated album without a laptop?
You know the vibes. I've never
had a laptop.
Man, 49th in Maine.
I feel like I've smashed the phone every 3 months. Like I feel like I'm buying a new phone every couple of months. I'm like just not like you people. I'm honestly autistic. Like you get me. I don't know if that's a Mabfield exclusive, but I got a little bit of autism in me. That's
official.
That's
not even like someone saying, "Oh, I got the."
No,
this is a diagnosis. You know what I mean?
Bro. So I'm a little bit bad with money.
Yeah.
You get me?
Is that a side effect? Yeah.
I'm a little bit like being organized is definitely a side effect.
Yeah.
I'm just not organized.
You're not neurotypical.
Listen,
with
I don't have a fucking laptop,
you know what I mean?
KhakiKid, all right? Apple bomb cigarette.
You have a phone now.
Give two fucks that
you
give
got
a
the
les.
phone now.
I do have a phone right now. Who wants my phone number actually? I'm just kidding.
It's got. I can't even say it. Like I said, it sounds weird. I can say it's got my girlfriend's like cover on it. And that would have sounded
Stop
like
playing too much.
You know what I mean?
Corinne gave me his girlfriend's old phone.
Nice.
That's
Because
true
I
love
have
right
no
there.
Had to do that.
And that's
Had to do that.
friendship.
I just
Yeah.
can't
Had to
believe
do
you
that.
guys invented friendship. Like it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Music made us friendos. Music made us know each other. And I love it.
Well, that's the same.
I
for
know
all
these
of us.
crazy
Yeah,
characters.
crazy.
Come on now, you little.
You getting it?
Come on, don't. I hurt.
We should just drop the
Respectfully.
freestyle.
HOTTOGO.
You can't take me on.
What's your favorite Akon song? I'm the interviewer now.
Locked up.
No, yeah, smack that with Eminem. He goes hard on that one. I
Yeah,
can't
Locked
lie.
Up is hard.
That's a
Locked
heater,
Up.
yeah.
Classic, but
Locked up. That's
Did you see
Heater,
that stuff
though.
where he created his own currency?
Yeah,
Acoin?
Acoin.
He's
Oh,
making himself
yeah.
a billionaire in Africa
Acorn.
right now. He's
me
he's
if I had an
putting
Acorn. in
electricity and
1990.
What would your currency be called?
Oh, we were
Currency?
Currency.
Yeah.
I never told you this, but me and
I'm a with
Craig
coins.
was thinking that we went on like the website where you could just make like crypto coins, and we were like we could fully push like a Tato coin or like
Tato coin's good.
Curtis coin. You know what I
Curtis
mean?
coin's good.
Curtis
Tato coin's
coin,
great.
khaki coin
Khaki
works as
coin's
well.
great.
I'm
Or
a
a Sweeney
bucks.
coin. I kind of
Yeah.
I'd invest in that.
Sweeney cents.
Weenie,
you know what I mean?
weenie. Lil Weenie Rory.
Roar bucks.
Roar bucks,
is what it is. We call it roar
There's
bucks.
definitely like a Crackboy mental coin in there somewhere, but I don't know what
Oh,
it's called.
100%.
Like,
Crack
I got
coin.
followed by him like the other day, like on like a
Man, you
tour
made it.
account
You
or
made
something.
it. That's crazy.
But like he's like his official
I
tour
feel like
account.
he's just doing podcasts now or something
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I haven't seen him drop any raps. But I think like the maddest thing I've seen was Danny Brown.
I was literally about to
his
say that,
song.
man.
Like,
Do you know what's
mental.
fucking mad about that? Do you know basketball at all? Do you know
Who?
Jimmy Butler?
yeah. that's
Jimmy
what-
Butler.
I seen it.
Jimmy
I was
Butler
telling,
reposted
thing
Moyo's
about it.
song,
I seen that
and I was
yesterday.
like, and then that and the Danny Brown thing with Crackboy, I was like, man, the world is so fucking small. It's just like,
Ireland's blown up.
yeah, dog.
What's the weirdest unsolicited DM you've got? Like either from a famous person or just some weird shit.
I got one the other morning.
Yeah,
at,
come
like,
on, let's hear it.
I was like 7 a.m. It was the funniest thing ever. Freaked me the fuck out. It was some fella being like, Are you up for work or are you just up because you haven't slept? And I thought like he was looking at me or something. I like left. I woke up at like 8 a.m. and he had texted me at like 7 a.m. I was like asleep. And I like went outside. I was like, is this fella fucking looking at me? I had no idea what he was talking about, but it freaked me out for the whole day. I was like, I didn't post anything. I didn't like anything. I was asleep. Anyway, fuck that guy, man.
I felt like you'd want to say, Kareem.
I can't even remember which one it was. It's just when you said that, I was just like,
You fully freaked
I
for a
was
second.
thinking of other stuff. I was thinking of
Some
other
fella said he's
weird
gonna give me a
stuff.
Bitcoin one time. He said,
Oh,
"If I ever
shit.
make it in Bitcoin, I'll give you one." I was like, "Thank you."
Okay, but then make it in Bitcoin. Then. You know what I mean?
What does it mean to make it in Bitcoin? like work your way up.
It's like, let me
I
know.
think them
if
just
you
like
do
hit
it.
me up and just like, hey man,
I made it.
can I just get some tips? And I was like, yeah, yeah, I mean, yeah. And he sent me like some songs. I was like, rock on. This is, you know what I mean?
friendship.
Fucking
That's really strange.
Good
Yeah,
on
that
you.
was one of the
Not
strangest
even
things I've
strange.
ever heard. That's weird
Yeah.
as hell, though.
Okay,
yeah.
fuck you.
As a
First
rapper,
off,
yeah,
all
that's
right? You're a
really
hater
weird.
and an op and a
That's really
dickhead,
weird.
all right? There's one person who's like super respectfully like obsessed with Punto, and every message he'll send me is related to Punto, and he's been doing it for like probably like a year or two.
I hope he hears
Respect it.
this.
I hope he hears it too, man. You fucking rock, dog. I respect you and I honor you, man. I don't have the card though.
He doesn't
Car's
have the card.
gone. You know what I mean? Jag X Type. Talk about the X Type.
The X-Type's gone?
Oh no, I still got that. Come on now. You know what I mean? Times aren't that tough. But no, the Punto is gone, unfortunately.
Free to
Punto is gone.
He'll just be texting KhakiKid.
I think the weirdest text is, I don't know, whenever like Gavs just tries to talk to me, like we're friends. It's
They're
probably-
like-
No way. That is insane. Read out that text that you've just got.
Can I read it out?
Not that big of a deal.
Wait, which one is? I'm reading this one or
What's
this one?
that one there?
This is as we're talking about this as well. That is nuts.
This is right now.
Whoa. It's always Canadians as well, man.
Yeah, read it out so people
Always the
listening
Canadians
can.
as well.
Gav, read it out.
Read it in a Canadian accent.
Read it in a.
Did you just see you did you just see you ride past me in Belfast? Sorry, I'm a fan from Canada and I was hoping I can watch you perform live. I'd be lucky to bump into you. Whoa.
That is
That's
crazy.
deep. That's deep.
They're mostly sexual though. A lot of guys, yeah.
You're not gonna give them a shout out,
on a
no?
sexual
They're
shit.
probably like wondering why you're here in Belfast. You're not gonna give them a shout out or nothing?
What's her name?
Oh, come on, now give them
Can I
some.
fuck?
What is my mom doing in your DM? No.
You good? What?
What's her name? Sabri. Say hello to Sabri.
No. My name's Jeff.
That's crazy timing though.
That's perfect timing.
Right. Bring back my name is Jeff.
Some, yeah.
He's saying it to me like that.
Yeah.
Look at me and say my name. That was it. My name is Jeff. Man, you
Weird
guys are
DMs.
fried.
Shout out Jake Owen. He fucked with your boy. That guy that was on the
Jake
country
Owen?
country star that was on.
Oh
His
yeah,
voice
yeah,
message
yeah.
one on one
Yeah.
songs. Yeah. That is so. Again, like the world is so fucking small. That just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? It's not much of a flex, but shout out Jake Owen.
Maybe have you like? Are you gonna meet him or anything? Or
I tried to get him on Boy Racer. So blow that shit up so it'll be on a remix, please. Yeah. Let's get
a country remix? That'd be nuts.
That'd be kind of.
I heard Jimmy Butler's gonna get on Moments.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler.
That's what I heard, yeah.
I actually did see the Chainsmokers did a remix.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, that remix was ass, man.
I haven't listened to it.
Like I fuck I fuck that Moyo's a sick cunt. I fucking Moyo's so
I couldn't
heavy.
even
The
get
remix.
past the point that it's like such a big moment that I wouldn't even know if it was ass. So I'd be like, this shit shows.
It was so, but no, I was like,
people were sharing Chainsmokers. I thought like they dropped like an album and people really cared, but then I was like, oh, Moya's in it, rock
Moya's
on,
in it.
cool.
but like I was like, oh man, this is so sick that Chainsmokers did this, and I was like, oh man, their remix is ass. I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First, let me
Chainsmokers
take a
killed.
selfie. Remember?
Yeah,
that?
come
that,
on.
that was their whole big claim.
Whoa.
I know, and people forget that. They be pushing P. You know what I mean? They be pushing that serious stuff. I hear Chainsmokers, you know what I mean? They have like a whole cartel agreement situation. There's like an El Chapo relationship in there somewhere.
That's real.
I
What,
have
for
like,
Chainsmokers?
Yeah, did you
yeah,
not
man,
hear
you
that?
gotta look
No.
into
There's a
it.
whole documentary on Prime.
Yeah, there you go. Amazon Prime, something like that. Tubi's on Tubi as well.
What?
Yeah.
Do you know someone with the last podcast I was doing? I don't even know if it'll be in that one, but someone shared with us like this Beamish advert that was made like 20 years ago.
The
And
anime one.
no, it's even weirder.
That's a hard ad,
But
though,
do you
yeah,
know
that's why.
who uploaded this? It was that guy Colin Cullihan, you know, that runs like Houseu and stuff. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
found someone showed me this YouTube video, went on it. I'm gonna bring up the exact name of it, okay? But basically, they paid for an hour-long movie, Beamish, and the plot is basically. Let me just search this. Beamish.
Jamie, pull that up.
Kung Fu.
It's just Chicken Little. It's just the entirety of Chicken
So
Little.
it's called Moving Target, and it's Irish
Oh,
American
man.
exploitation action film. That let me see the real name here.
I don't like the word exploitation before the name of any genre of movie. That just doesn't feel right.
Hey man,
It's on YouTube.
free up the blaxploitation films.
So
They're
it's
hard.
called Moving Target,
So you don't
an
name
Irish
that.
kung fu movie about Beamish, the IRA, and nuclear weapons.
Oh hell yeah!
It's like an hour and a half
That's
long, and basically the
obscene.
premise is some guy from America meets a girl from Ireland online, and he goes to meet her, and the IRA have hidden like a nuclear detonator in a pack of Beamish, and he accidentally buys that pack of Beamish, so then they're chasing him, but they're having these like full-on kung fu fights in the middle of
the IRA with nukes is so funny.
Man, it's insane.
What's that fucking Jackie Chan IRA Jackie Chan North movie? There's a Jackie Chan about Jackie Chan in Belfast. What is it called? Yeah, Jackie Chan fights the IRA. This is only out like 5 or 6 years ago.
The Foreigner?
The Foreigner, yeah, man. It's actually such a sick movie.
It's horrible.
It's the IRA, right?
There's an episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they're just like on O'Connell's street.
There's, you know, Sesame Street. There was a version of it that was set in Belfast that came out. That was like an educational thing, as well, and they all have Belfast accents. I love how this has just turned into.
Yeah, I can send you some memes if you want. I got you, doggy.
It's called
Can we just play some like games on the laptop?
Yeah.
Honestly,
can we play the AI
Sesame Tree.
Minecraft?
AI.
So it's an adaptation.
I've heard of Sesame Street, yeah.
Yeah, but this one's Sesame Tree that was based in Northern Ireland.
Whoa,
That's crazy.
fake.
Did you see that thing about what's that, like, is some mascot in America and he got fired or some shit like that for being like pro IRA?
Oh, really?
What's that mascot? Oh, is it the Grinch or something? No, fuck.
The Grinch.
I swear to God.
Grinch got fired.
Grimace, yeah.
What?
Pro IRA.
McDonald's.
Is that real?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it's
pro
real.
IRA.
Yeah, there was a Grimace that was pro IRA and he got fired. Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's
crazy.
are pro.
Remember you go to
Israel,
the
so.
back when McDonald's was like
Back when you could eat McDonald's because they weren't fucking scumbags.
Yeah.
Amen, brother. But I remember back in the day when they had the mascots and everyone they were pushing them, and then all of a sudden, excommunicate. Nobody's talking about them. Now just have a weird like strange monster like Happy Meal box. But before they had like the Hamburglar, Grimace, all them guys. You don't see them in shops no more.
When you blew up, who do you want to do like a fast food deal with? Because I remember like Travis Scott did like a McDonald's thing. Like who would you want to do something with?
I want the I'm with Love bargain bucket that KFC has to.
I think I can rebrand Subway.
Really?
Yeah, I think I got Subway. Yeah, I can bring it back. Just I don't know.
You kept telling me you want to do that Jared Fogle thing he did, but like outside of Subway. What did you mean by that? So anyway, yeah, the bargain book at KFC is probably where I'd be going.
What was the question?
Deluxe edition nominated for Choice Prize.
What was it? Actually, what was it?
What food, like fast food outlet, would you want to do a collab with?
I wouldn't mind a hot sauce. That'd be hard.
I'd like to get on Lucas A Sport Bottle.
All right.
That'd be pretty sick.
Hard. Me and a box of Kellogg's cornflakes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind Just Eat, man. Just Eat obviously pay $1 billion quid for each ad, man.
Snoop
Just
Dogg
Eat
is
be
eating
crazy.
off that forever.
Yeah, Katy Perry's eating off that.
Yeah.
Like, I need the fucking.
How happy would you be if like one of your songs was on like the ad for not Just Eat, but just like any of the food brands? You know what I mean? The way like Pusha T made the McDonald's jingle.
I don't know, man, but
Like-
Nilo makes some money, man. Nilo be on every single advertisement on the fucking television, man. He be hitting Orchard Thieves, Just Eat.
Man, he does the voiceovers for
He does,
everything,
like,
man.
just
Yeah.
that-
Really?
Does he?
Yeah,
Nilo would be
voiceovers
doing
from
hella
Lowe's.
voiceovers.
I keep
Yeah,
hearing
yeah.
him on the telly. I'm like, mind your own business, bro. Get out of my house.
I think we could probably call it there. It's been
scrap
great
that.
having you on. Do you
we
have any
gonna call it?
messages for the kids at home?
Keep drinking, keep smoking, man. Everybody does. It doesn't matter when it happens.
Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self.